doing a movie called Meat Factory. It was more of a like a local small movie thing, so it wasn't like huge or anything like that. Um, yeah. And then she thought I was cool, so she made friends with me on Facebook and all that, and yeah. So I thought she was cool too. At the time, she was not crazy.
Was this a shock? Was this a shock for you to see her take a 360 turn from talking like this to what she doing now?
I've never heard so much violent venom spill from people, from anyone before, and that's what shocked me because she was not like this, and she keeps saying she was, and I was like, girl, I watched you all the fucking time. No, you were not.
So she knew when she cammed up Chico and his wife to spin a narrative on Pinup and Dominican, she knew, she had firsthand knowledge that it was actually Chico that was initiating all of this mess between them.
I told her, yeah.
Were you ever in any of the Zoom calls talking about essay culture or essay?
No, they wouldn't allow me in. I didn't even know about this shit. I didn't know about this shit until Vixen told me about it. I had no idea. And then until actually when they released the stuff about Pull My Finger going like absolutely nuts because of Tanya, like I had no idea this was a common occurrence in that they were having these, consistent Zoom meetings. I certainly was not involved. And that's probably because she knows I'm morally and ethically upright in comparison to her. So she knows I have my own brain. She knows I will think. She knows I will question, and because I always do.
Here's the question, and y'all, this is unscripted. This me and Fiery been talking on the back end and on IG, but she don't know anything that I'm gonna ask. Here's the burning question that everybody want to know: did you believe Polisa in the beginning, and do you believe her now?
I believed her in the beginning. Yeah, that something happened. I still believe something may have occurred, but not into the fact that she is stating. Because I've seen Ice Speak's reaction too, and I'm really good at reading body language, because apparently that's part of what I deal with daily is reading people's body language to,
She throwing shade.
So like I see something happen, but I see her body too, and I'm like, okay. Why are you also lying?
So you believe that
about the neck thing too. And the first thing that happened, because when I got in, I'd only known about her being online for like a couple months. And then all of a sudden the whole neck thing came out, and I was like, wait, did I misremember this? Like, I could have sworn you said this like literally 2 days ago. And then someone jumped on me going, how dare you question her? You need to leave. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm a mod. No.
So you believe that behind the scenes something occurred that may have been consensual between Closet and Polisa, or I Speak and Polisa? I want to be clear.
So I don't know a ton about it other than like who is the lady? Mo?
Closet, yes.
Okay.
Closet 101.
The thing I heard that happened with that was like she admitted to that, and then there was that point where I Speak said something about some stuff too, and I was just like, well, that's pretty damning. And then all of a sudden everyone's reneging, and I'm like, what? And that's confusing too, because I'm like, y'all admitted to something and then retracted. What? This is so messy. And so, yeah.
I got a question.
I don't know what I believe on that, other than I know what I see with my eyes, and I
got a
understand
question.
Body language.
I got a question. Hey, everybody. Did you stop speaking? I mean, did you get a feeling that she was lying before she started acting funny?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Miss Bridger. Auntie Bridger, they want her to finish her response.
Oh,
Okay.
I apologize.
Can we go? No. It's okay, baby. Can we go back to your response about who you thought was humping? Now, look, I'm being impartial and unbiased. I'm not picking and choosing. Okay. Y'all know I don't believe any of that occurred the way that Polier said it occurred. So I just want to make sure that I'm clear in the fact that I'm stating that I do not believe that I Speak or Closet did the things that she said they did. I don't believe any of it. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so I don't know if, so personally speaking, I cannot say yay or nay whether or not I think something was consensual or not. I think that something occurred. And I
And
believe the way
if you could speak to that something, when you say something, because I don't want to leave it open, because this is it's 290 people in here, and this is gonna go all over the internet.
right.
When you say something, can you speak to that something that you think occurred?
Well, you wanted me to play a guessing game on this. I think something schmexual occurred. Yeah, I think something happened. One way or the other, whether it was liked at the time or disliked at the time, I could not tell you. But you know, she was all about how she was uncomfortable, but like she didn't look uncomfortable.
Okay. They want to know they want you to specify between whom.
Not with him, but with her. Like she seemed uncomfortable. One of those videos, I just remember, and I was like, I don't know when it happened, if it was before the situation happened or after. So I actually don't know when that video was, but I was like, that must have been a before because of how she speaks on it and everything. So I mean, do I still think something happened, but I don't know to what extent. And obviously, like I don't want to speak on it because I'm afraid of lying about it. I'm not a liar. That's the thing. I'm never been a liar, and I don't plan to be one. So I don't want to put something out there as a guess that is not accurate.
Okay. And that's fair enough. So let me clarify. You are stating that you don't believe anything ever happened with I Speak, but you believe something may have occurred between Closet Talk and Polisa, but initially it was consensual, and she then twisted it into whatever she's believing it is now, if I understand you correctly.
No, I think something did happen with I Speak as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I
So
said,
you believe
I've
something
read his
happened.
body language. He's very guilty. When he's encountered her several times now, he is very guilty.
Okay. Okay. So then my question would be, if we believe that something happened with I Speak and both closets, right? My question would be, why wait until after both say that they don't want to deal with her anymore to then turn it into essay? I'm going with your premise because I have talked to both of those individuals at separate times. Their stories match. Everyone in the house, everyone that was around them, no one say that they seen anything that gave indication that something happened between either party. So I want to be clear on that from my stance. That's me. That's Kappa. So I'm saying everybody that I've talked to, everybody. I talked to Daewoo, I've talked to Cuban, I've talked to Closet, I've talked to I Speak. And I talked to these guys individually, away from each other. And there was no indication whatsoever that they ever had any inkling that something happened, right? Particularly the bathroom incident. Also, too, on the other side of that, if something did happen, and I'm talking about the closet situation, why did she lie and try to make it look like all of that happened in one weekend when she actually said that it happened first at the casino with the first visit and then she traveled back? Do she account for why she traveled back to be with not only Closet, but also then at that time I Speak? Has she ever accounted for that?
She said that she was concerned and afraid that she would be left and she didn't have a whole lot of money. So that was the only thing.
Well, she shouldn't be traveling if she ain't got no money.
Agreed. So, you know, if you don't have a backup plan, you know, like you could have protested in your own city. Like there was protests everywhere at the time. So.
May I ask a question, please?
Sure.
Oh, wait. We got to get to Miss Bridger. First. She had a question. Go ahead, Miss Bridger.
Do you remember what it was?
You was asking about her believing her or something to that effect.
Okay. Do
y'all remember what the question was?
At what point did you stop, or at what point did you think that she was lying? Before or after before? No, I'm high, y'all. Don't. At what point did you figure out she was lying? Was it after she started saying that you wasn't being loyal no more?
Yeah, pretty much. I realized how many times she's lied. Well, no, actually, I should say it was when no one would tell me about Vixen last year, and I started really watching. And Vixen and I were cool with each other. You know, I used to actually be her mod and everything too. And I understood when she had took me off and stuff, but we were still friends. And I was like, we're still cool, right? Because you never did nothing to me. And and she's like, yeah, and you never did nothing to me. And, I care for Vixen. I think she's a great person. And when they just kind of threw her out one day and I was still kind of healing from this eye surgeries, I was like, I couldn't read a whole lot of what would be going on. I'd have to listen to everything. So, I started to watch more, and then I made a guess and it came true. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff I said has come to pass. It's really the accuracy.
Can I ask
They
a
want to
question?
know why. They want to know why she unmodded you.
Oh, why? Well, that one would have to be Vixen. Would have to say that one because that was up to Vixen. I guess Vixen didn't know where I stood, so I understood like.
Okay, so
Can I ask a real question real quick? Because to go back to how long you've known Polisa. Now you've known Polisa, you said for like over 10 years, correct?
No, she says 10 years. It's only been 6, and I can.
Okay. Okay, so in the 6 years, right? How did she speak the way that she speaks now, like the Soul Sister, or was it more Valley Girl?
No, she spoke like regular, like not even Valley Girl. She was friendly for the most part, a little bit strong, a little bit, like she would kind of be off-putting for a second, but then like.
So when did the Soul Sister woke pro, black, and everybody turned into crackers, in your opinion,
That started
as it pertains to white people?
That happened to TikTok. By the way, she has tons of people
Okay.
on her friends list. That are
Okay. Follow-up question. With that and her changing her whole persona for online, and then that persona turning as she attacked these people of color, black people on the internet and claiming that they were sexually assaulting her, right? That didn't hit like the whole read on the body language theory.
So when I saw her getting on here, it was I think back in December 2021, and I just seen her and I lost her name and I hadn't been able to find her for a couple more weeks, and she was wasn't 100% talking about that initially, and then I saw her again later and was like something all about that, and then I was like, what the heck is going on here? And this is when I literally got attacked initially and was like, I need to know what's going on here. You guys have to let me ask a question. What happened? And she's my friend. I want to believe first, but I also was going to ask questions because I wanted to know what the heck happened, because like she's talking about it, but I jumped right in the middle of it and I had no idea what was happening.
But you see what I'm getting at? If this was your friend, right? And then her whole persona has changed, being that you knew your friend and how she speaks and how she carries herself. And then this new persona has came out on the internet. And then in that new persona, she's accusing these people of essaying her. How does that correlate with really looking at her body language? Because part of the body language would be her voice,
Yeah.
the way she says things, the way she carries herself. And if it became a new personality on the internet, how do you believe that when that's a whole new person that you met? Because it's
I'm
not
gonna
the
get
person
you.
that you've seen.
It's kind of
Christian,
like
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna let you come up. Truck, can you drop down for me real quick so I can let Christian rock on my mama up? They got questions.
so
You
I
mind, baby? I'll let you back up. Just drop and then put your request back in. I'll let you back up.
All right, sis.
Thank you, baby.
so
I
my
want
my
Christian.
biggest
I'll put you
thing
up.
was that it looked like rage to me. Like she was wrathful. She was trying to handle it. And I've seen people, completely nice people who have been hurt, turn into this before. So this is not a new thing for me to see. And it looked like she was enraged, upset. She looked like she had been victimized. She looked like she had been hurt. And that made sense to me, at the time.
But
And then
ma'am, she didn't start that persona after her supposed incidents with these two people. This persona was well before these supposed incidents happened, because she was like this pro-black woke woman, and this is how she ended up in this group of people. Thus the protests and the visiting Mo, because everybody can tell that Mo is on that pro-black, like doing things, fighting the oppression, fighting the system. So that's Cap.
I'm not understanding what's going on here because
No,
I'm
I'm just
the
asking
way I'm
questions.
seeing her. The way I'm seeing her was later. Now I saw her on Facebook, and there was a little bit about what was going on, but not a lot, not enough that like she did a live or something on Facebook, and she was just protesting. There was nothing different than what I'd been seeing. So when I got to her December or January, and I found her on TikTok by accident, it was like this, I guess. She's gone harder. She's gotten a lot harder since last year. A lot more intense and a bit more concerning.
So I have a question real quick before anybody else jump in. I got a question. So when you hear the story that, everything that occurred, right? And then you find out she's accused Closet Talk of sexual assault. And you find out that she goes back and meet with Closet again. What is that telling you? What is your natural reaction to that?
I questioned why. I still don't understand that part at all.
And when you question why, what were you given as an answer? Because I want to see if your answer matched my answer that I got from
You
what's
got
that
an
girl
answer?
name? Pull
You
my
got an
finger.
answer? I didn't get no answer.
You didn't get one. Okay. So when you said that, initially you came and you seen I was gone, I wasn't dealing with her anymore, etc. Right? What drove me away from Polisa was when I talked to Closet Talk and I found out that these instances occurred across weeks. So she had the first visit and she went home. And then she had the second visit and she goes home. And then yet the third visit, she's trying to meet back up with the very same person. Because at this time, she wasn't accusing I Speak. She was saying he never done anything, right? She was accusing Closet. So my thing is, if the person assaulted you in the casino and then you get to an Airbnb and they assault you again, why in the world would you go this third time to try to meet with the same person? And then she adds recently that Closet was running around passing out melatonin and liquor, trying to liquor people up so she could rape them. So at what point in your mind did you say this woman's a fucking liar? Like when did it click for you that she's a liar? That's the important part. That's what we want to know. When did it click for you that she is a liar?
I think I noticed some of these story changes last year around the time that Vixen got tossed out. That's when I basically started questioning stuff is last year. I still try to remain true because, sometimes you just have questions and the problem is none of them are being answered. And if I tried to ask, well, you see what would happen to anybody and me too. I would get lambasted online.
I speak as in a live. I speak. You may not have heard this, and if you want to come up, I can ask one of my other guests to drop down.
I got one last question, and I get down.
Okay, no, okay, hold on. Let me explain. A couple of weeks ago, Polisa came out with a story that Closet Talk had a plan, a diabolical plan to drug you with melatonin and Mike's Hard Lemonade. And I happened to have all of those things in my house at the time. So we went live about it, but Closet Talk was going to RAPEU and the other king, not this King of Hearts, but the other king. And the person that's in the box is Fiery Phoenix. She knows Polisa from before TikTok. So she's speaking to her interactions with Polisa. She's been asked to leave their circle because she questioned them on treatment of people that's not black, biracial, white, etc. She had some questions. They didn't like it. Yes, I speak. She said that Closet was going to rape you with Mike's Hard Lemonade and melatonin. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. So if you want to come up, let me know, and I'll ask somebody to drop down. But go ahead, Miss Tavia.
If I ask my question, I'll drop. No one's going to ask my question.
I'm dropping at the king, too. I just had a couple questions.
I just wanted to go at the
Tavia. Okay, let's finish up Tavia, and then we'll move around.
Okay, because you were around the part where he switched up the story and then said he never, assaulted her, but then it turned into a verbal essay. This is now a new slang, verbal essay, something that is nothing. Did that not kick in the body language aspect of it all?
Hold on real quick. Whoever mute check the liar within, go back in there and unmute Honey. Go back in there and unmute Honey. Don't mute or block Honey.
It went from it being a door, reaching through the door and all these other things, and then it went back to reverted back to it just being like something verbal. And like this lady was on lives, like we in these lives and saw these lives where it switched up, and then just on the body language aspect of you saying you saw these people's body language that something had to have happened. But if something had to have happened, why would that story change, and why then would it turn into a verbal essay? And even her so much is going and calling people, and the lady explaining to her what you're describing is not what it is. And still, I don't understand like that part of the body language, because I listen, but I'm gonna come down.
I don't know anything about the whole verbal part.
Real quick. Honey, thank you. I know, hold on, let me say this. Honey, I know you got energy. I know you mad. Y'all listen, Honey been here since the beginning and have watched this unfold, and she support Closet Talk 101 unabashedly. Honey, can you tone down a little bit? You got the mods nervous. Okay, baby, just tone down just a little bit. I know you upset. I know this is emotionally charging for everyone. Okay? Thank you, though. And they unmuted you, okay? Thank you. All right, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I actually was not aware that there had been a change with the whole verbal part. I had no idea about that one because, again, I was going through my own health issues and I wasn't necessarily there for a lot of it. I was there for enough of it to know one or two story changes. It made me question some stuff, and I immediately got beaten down by a lot of folks, and I was like, she seems to believe it. She seems to really think. And here's the thing about victims. Yes, they can remember some things later. So it was the benefit of the doubt. So I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. But once people started getting trash is when I started really questioning what the hell was going on. So this was, I've never heard that one about the whole verbal part. that happen? When did that part come out? Because I must have missed that.
Okay, but 2 questions, then I'm out.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Bitch. Did you ever ask? Shut up. You know I be forgetting. Did you ever advise old girl to go to the police first? And second, did you ever talk the closet talk? That's from Queen Black or Black Queen in the comments. She put it 200 times. Please answer. And I'm getting down. Yeah, them questions was hard to keep a hold on. I'm getting down, so I too much brain power. Y'all fucking with me. All right. Don't forget my 2 questions.
Fiery Phoenix, have you ever talked to Mo one-on-one to kind of get the information? And then what was Bridget's other question? Because now I'm on that honey. So,
Oh, police.
oh, did you ever advise her to go to the police?
Yeah, I did actually say, hey, you should really go to the police. And, it was ignored. So I was like, okay. Everyone's here telling you to do the same thing. If this is a problem, you should go. And then we were told that she supposedly did go eventually, but that one kind of came into a weird, like, I couldn't tell if it was actually something that occurred or not. And 2, I don't know Mo personally. And I had no idea how to contact her. I actually don't know her screen name until I've been back and forth. I'm like, who the hell is Mo? They're like closet talk, and I can tell you right now that I still will forget tomorrow who the hell Mo is. No offense.
Okay. I need to put you in contact with Closet Talk. You need to speak with Closet, and just with an open mind and heart, I'll put you in contact with her so y'all can talk on IG. She got the other portion of the key. You know what I'm saying? She got the other part of the puzzle. But my question would be, with something that's so important, and it's not just for you, this is for everybody on the panel, with something that's so important as accusing someone of sexual assault, do you believe that there could be any room for discrepancy, lies, agendas, narratives? Is there any room? And also, is women like Polisa damaging the chances that other real victims have to come forward?
To the latter half, yes, because that is a big problem, because there's people like me who never got their justice at all. Ever. And now 2 of her perpetrators are currently sitting on fucking city council seats as fucking politicians. And they've been trying to contact me. So when I say that I have to still deal with these people, I do. Not Lisa. I don't give a shit about her at this point. I loved her and I protected her the best I could as a friend. But I will not, and cannot protect someone who will not show the same fucking love and respect towards me, for 1. But 2, who was lying about me, I found out. And of course, it's gotten much worse over time. And 3, it's obvious that she has been fucking lying when she has been just going off over and over and over and making everything so much worse. She is doing what we call in the movie industry, upping the ante. You have to create the emotional drama to keep people drawn in. That's what she's been doing.
So that my question would be,
what that was. What was going on?
If you notice, you literally sitting here listening to her lie. I'm sorry, Christiana, I'm gonna shut up in a second. You listening to her lie about you, right? You listening to her lie on you, lie about your relationship, lie about stuff pertaining to you, right? Is it too far off to think that she wouldn't turn those same lies on other people when she don't get her way? Because as long as she was getting her way, you was Fiery Phoenix, her homegirl, and y'all was all good. The minute you stood up against her and balked back at her, you became public enemy number 1. And so did Miss Shit Show, so did Pinup, and so did Dominican. Is it too far-fetched to think that the minute she don't get her way, you become a target? And it may be SA, it may be some other stuff. Is that too far off for you? Or anybody?
No.
Just anybody can answer.
Ask 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 Vixen. I even said something about this last year, that I thought that this might happen to me too. That she was going to find a way to turn something on me, to demonize me. And I was like, this is when I started pulling back. It was also when my friend, who is also mixed, but she refuses to recognize him as such, Handsome, he's also mixed too, and he started pulling back too. We both agreed that this might be better for our health because we were going through some shit of our own. Of course, I was still dealing with the blindness stuff and everything. And it was, it turned into I'm showing up less, and a lot of the people in my group, except for one, who was Galaxy Eyes, was showing up less. And in fact, all of us had a conversation about this too. And at one point said, like, I feel this, for my health and everything like that, I'm pulling back. And some of these people just immediately pulled back, but they also had their lives too. And the thing is we cannot have lives outside of her, apparently, I guess, or else we're doing some terrible things. What?
So if she can lie, we're going to understand that if she can lie on you and come up with some pretty egregious things about you and y'all was friends, that it wouldn't be too far pressed for her to lie on. I speak this in the box and Closet Talk 101, and they wasn't even tight the way that you've known each other for 6 years. I speak met that woman one time and had his life turned upside down. Closet Talk was talking to her for a few months, and then she met up with her. It's not too far. I'm sorry. It's not too far pressed to think that if she's willing to fuck over somebody that she's known for 6 years, right? Did she do it to them too in a heartbeat? In a heartbeat. I'm sorry. I do not believe her. I will never believe her. And if you a liar, if you a lie in one instance, your ass lying across the board. Period, point blank. The defense only have to prove you to be a liar one time. And everything you say after that is bullshit. It's bullshit. That's just where I stand. Okay, King, you was next. I'm going to move.
I actually respond to something I saw in there for a little bit. My brain just completely, I want to make sure. I think Honey asked if Polisa and I ever had been together or something. I'm like, no, because I'm a gender fluid individual and I only like men. Strictly dickly over here. No, but when she met me, she was like kind of handsy on me.
Honey. I was ignoring Honey. I wasn't gonna ask you that question because I don't want to imagine it, and I don't care.
Yeah, she had asked it, and I was like, but she had asked some other weird questions too that were seemingly along that line. I'm like, no. She got handsy on me because she was like intrigued about my physique and again, like I said, a lot of people get, especially in Atlanta, they're like, oh my God, what the heck? Where is your body coming from? And I'm like, thank my grandpa. But yeah, but yeah, no, there was nothing like that. I was with my SO and who is now my husband. So no.
I want to let you know that I Speak is in the box in case you're not looking at your phone. And I know I Speak. We've talked before. I know he's going to be super respectful. So I'm going to turn it over for King. King wants to ask questions. And then everybody in the box, y'all can ask questions. And as long as nobody want to come up, y'all can stay up. People want to come back, I'll rotate people out. But I do want to give I Speak the chance to talk. But King was waiting. So go ahead, Mr. King.
I just got one quick question because you say you knew Polisa 6 years before the out, right? Has she ever talked about being essayed by people off the app before he must came to TikTok?
She said that she has had an abused past, and I saw that on a Facebook post or something, but that was about it. That was, it wasn't really spoken about at length. It was a Me Too. It was during the Me Too thing, I think. Or it was something. I can't remember. She talked about it once or twice, but yeah. So it wasn't like unheard of. So it's like, what, 1 in 3 women? Easy. So most of the people I know are. Does that answer your question?
Can I go now? Because I know I have to talk, but I don't want to cut him off. I was after King.
Go ahead, baby.
Okay. So I just have a couple questions. Forgive me, I won't take too much of your time. Most people know that I just try to make sure I get to the point of everything. So if I come at my questions, just come straight forward to you. That's because I like to get straight to the point. So when you first came up here, you said that you still believe that something happened with I Speak and Police, right?
Yes.
So with all that you just stated, with you saying that you saw a retraction video, which we all saw the retraction video where she stated that it didn't happen. You did see that, right?
Not sure. I may have seen a compilation, but I don't know if it was in regards to that or not.
Well, there's a retraction video. Like, there's actually a retraction video where she came out and said that it did not happen and that she would thought that because of what someone else said that that's what it was. And then changed it again.
Hey, y'all. Hey, commenters. The llamas are getting very worked up about y'all being rude and saying nasty things in the comments. If y'all keep it up, I'm going to go sub-only comments or I'm going to go no comments at all. Do not call people names. Do not curse people out. Please stop. The llamas are getting very worked up because we don't run lives like this. Okay? Don't call her no names. That's a no-go. We're going to give people respect. She came over here to talk to us first. That's the first step. If she came over here to talk to us, she didn't have to do that. All right? The second step is that we're going to be better people than what the people are we are going after. Be careful not to become the fucking monster that you fighting. I don't know. I Speak fell out. He probably will come back. I don't know. He probably have to do something. Okay, go ahead.
So like I was saying in the video, she retracted her statement. So that's the first thing I wanted to know is how much research did you do on this person in such amount of time of knowing her?
Like, well, I knew her before the app, so I just was friends with her because I worked with her.
So you would say that you knew her fairly well, right?
My bad, y'all. I got a phone call.
We're not best friends, but I would say that we were friends. We did talk to each other sometimes.
You good.
So in knowing her in the past 6 years, like you said, which I believe you said you never came in contact with her TikTok, but you didn't see the video of her retracting her statement. Did you see the conversation that recently her and I Speak had on I Speak Live, where she said there was no investigation?
Was this the one where she was wearing a hat?
Yeah. It was like a camel hat.
It was like the last 20 minutes of it, maybe. That was it. That was all I saw.
Oh, I was in that entire live. Like, because first I never thought that those two were going to even have a live. So, of course, I was in there from the very beginning to see what happened. And this is the only reason why I'm asking you the questions is because when you, again, first came up here, you said, no, I do believe that something happened with I Speak and with Mo. But I just believe that her stories have changed a lot and I don't know what to believe from here. I'm going to be honest with you. One, it doesn't sound like you've done a lot of research. And two, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't sound like you wanted to do research because you liked police at the time. And now that you don't, you want to get more info. And that's fine. You are more than welcome to make a change. You're more than welcome to also fall down the rabbit hole like the rest of us. But I can only think that you're making that assertion of still wanting to believe that something happened because you still want to believe there's a friendship there. Because even in the conversation that you're having with us, it sounds to me like you very well know that this is not happening because of when you said certain things. Like, one, you said she was handsy on you. Did you approve of that?
No, I'm just used to that reaction.
Oh, so she does this a lot. So would you say that Polisa is a very actual person?
That was the only time she ever did that to me.
Okay, so
but no,
as you said that
no chance of
that response,
friendship.
She also said she only did that one time.
Yeah.
So are you used to that response from police, or are you saying you're used to that response from people in general, people being handsy with you?
People taking a gander if they don't just also check to see if it's real. My butt, in case people don't know. I have a big butt.
Okay, so I'm not trying to be too personal, but what Polisa did more than the ordinary?
You said
no.
I say it was about normal, a normal reaction that most people give me. So.
Okay, so the only reason why I broke that down is again because you said the part about her being handsy. But what I was trying to get to is that the facts that you've been stating around your friend seems to me like you very well know that she was off, at least in the last year. Would that make sense?
Right, which is why I pulled back.
When did you pull back?
I started pulling back last year. Right.
But did you also say that she asked you to be removed from the group?
Not yet, but there had been a couple situations where I had gotten lambasted by her or by other people who felt like I was not doing enough or that I was questioning too much or something. We'd come up with something at random. Usually it was Blaze coming up with something.
So you did state that you were a mod for her.
I was going to say, I do not think, by the way, there's no chance of a friendship coming back from this. There's nothing left from this because of what she accused me of. So what she did was really screwed up.
So did you say you were a mod of hers at some point?
Yes.
When did you get removed as a mod?
Apparently, I was still mods on one of her accounts. I had no idea. I just saw them unmod me, but she slowly unfriended and unmodded me from every one of her accounts. I didn't know what accounts were still in existence, and apparently one was still with me modded, and I had no idea until I got "you have been unmodded" the other day, and I was like, I was mod? Wait, we're still friends? She's been unfriending me from everything. What is she even doing here?
Since when? When did you first notice that she unfriended you on any page?
Back when I defended Pinup and Dominican. The first thing they did was turn on.
Do you know what time frame? December, January, February.
Whatever. Oh, fuck, when did this all blow up? The July? I was going through a lot. I was having to do a lot of stuff at the same time when this went down, and I had to just basically remove myself from dealing with this directly from TikTok. So I was away from TikTok except for just making shit videos.
Are you talking this July?
Yes.
So this is my question. Were you a mod for her in November, December, January, and February?
Yes.
So through all of that, you didn't see anything that was a little bit off in regards to the situation between her and I Speak? Because again, only reason why I'm asking, I have no dog in this fight. I literally have no dog in this fight. I used to do tea and report the tea on it. So that's how I even know about the shit. When I hopped in, it was around November, December, which is when the documentary was being aired. So you didn't see anything about the documentary. You didn't see anything about the people that came out and recanted their story. You didn't see her videos being put out about recanting her story at all and being her mod.
No. So with some of her accounts being nixed, I realized at one point I was not modded in anything up until a couple months prior to this whole situation. And then she remodded me on some of the pages, but I forgot about that part. There was a dip in time where I actually wasn't a mod for any of her accounts because she was getting blown out of TikTok multiple times. So her accounts were lost. But to answer, so you thought I wasn't doing research. I've actually been doing research for a long time, trying to get the truth. And I was trying to figure out what was slam and what was truth. And the problem is because of how things spin, it's really hard to tell. And the only way I can do is watching some of these lives on YouTube, which, thanks llamas. I've been using that to actually find out about some of the stuff that I had been missing. But I saw some of the stuff I saw only a little bit of the, what do you call it? Was it clout thing? And that was about it. I didn't know what else to actually do with that, so I just watched a little bit of it, and then
So wait a minute. Isn't that the first maybe 30 seconds goes over like a time throwback of what happened. And none of that made you want to question police, like, hey, what is this about? What is going on? To get more of an in-depth situation of what you're modding for, who you're modding for, what situations may be coming into that space that you're going to be in. And I'm asking for clarity.
I did not see the very beginning. I think I saw parts of it. I didn't actually see the entirety of anything. So I just saw pieces of it that they would play. And anything that was posted that I would come through my feed, or if I went looking for it, I would watch little pieces here or there, but nothing was actually together.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion that not only do you go see the documentary, but there's also evidence of federal documents that this is a closed investigation. And I was going to get further into that, but I know other people are going to have questions. But Polisa, I hate saying that name, had every right and had even the support to go take care of this and chose not to, which is also on documentation. I would really, really do research first, because one, it sounds like, and I'm just being very honest, it sounds like you didn't really want to know, again, because that was your friend. I get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I support her, I back her. I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I'm going to just be cool with her. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to dealing with accusations that could possibly get not only a black man unalived, but a black man arrested, I'm going to really need you to do your research. Also, on top of that, one thing I noticed that you said that stuck out to me is that Polisa has a lot of white friends in her real life. So you didn't think at all that after you saw her persona change, that maybe you were dealing with a false person? Because anybody that could pretend on TikTok to hate YT people and then have a gaggle around them, that gives me somebody that is two-faced. That gives me somebody that is literally so, I want to use a word, but I'm not going to put a mental health issue on anyone, because you know how this app works. I got to be politically respectful, whatever the fuck. But it doesn't make any sense to me how you could trust somebody that would in your face tell you they don't deal with people that surround them, who in your face tell you they didn't do this thing, but there's a video on TikTok that they're literally recanting their own statement. That's why I said you have to do your research, because after me doing my research, I was able to make a refined decision. A lot of us up here didn't just make a fucking decision based off of we don't like this person or we don't like this person. I actually tried to have a one-on-one interview with Polisa. She denied me, called me a bitch. So I did my own research.
Well, like I said, I did do my own, but there was also problems with what was slam and what was truth. So that part, but also please do not assume that it's because I thought she was an awesome person or something that I didn't want to do the work. I did do the work. I did try to find out more, because that's what they kept telling me to do. And I was like, okay, well, I can't figure out what's the truth on this, because I'm seeing all this crap out here. And so finally, somebody, they sat down one day and said it again. And I was like, okay, now I actually hear this story. But then I'm also like looking up stuff for I Speak stuff and trying to go and suss out the truth. Problem is, like I said, from what I felt and what I understood from everything and watching everybody, well, you know what I said. So
I'm not, and again, I'm just going to end it with this. I don't ever assume, but when you say things like, I saw the documentary, but I only watched bits and pieces, and those bits and pieces would either, one, have you still thinking that something happened with I Speak, and you did not do any research, it would give somebody, like you said, the assumption, because I can't think in your brain for you, that you are only doing like partial research because that is your friend. Because me, as a person from the outside, I didn't know either party, right? I literally came on TikTok as a content creator at the time. Like I said, I was doing TikTok tea. I came as an outside party. When I saw that documentary clip, I went and watched the whole thing. That way I can make an entire analyzation of what's going on, see both parties. I then went from the documentary to let me go down the rabbit hole. I went to his page. Can I talk to you real quick? He was open to let me ask a few questions. Can I talk to you real quick? She wasn't. Oh, you're not gonna let me talk? Let me go down the rabbit hole some more. Let me go to your page. The video is on her page. The video of her recanting her statement was on her page. And she tried to say that TikTok wouldn't let her delete it. Even if TikTok wouldn't let her delete it, I believe that was the ancestors because we needed to see that. That video was on her page.
Which one? Because
the video where she said that never happened.
It's pinned on my page as well. It's like one of the first videos on this page. It's one of the first videos that we compiled of her saying not once, but twice, but several times. But I'm gonna let y'all finish and then I'm gonna let I speak go because he's been waiting patiently.
Thank you.
This is about him. So, or partially half him. So I speak is in the box.
Auntie.
Fiery.
I'm gonna let him go. If I speak wants to go next, he can definitely go next because I feel like this is, like you said, partially his story. He's been affected the most by it. I do have like 2 quick questions, but I'm definitely gonna let him go first because he definitely.
Nah, go ahead, cook. Go ahead, cook.
You sure? Okay, so I have 2 quick questions, right? Okay. The first question I have for you is, so with being around police and you were modding in her spaces and you were around in the lives and you heard the narratives and you heard her speaking, right? So with that being said, you hear her adding on to the story as it goes. So as the storyline goes, right, as time progresses, she adds little by little by little by little. Like, for instance, whenever she was on the phone with the lawyer, right? And the lawyer was like, you don't have enough. That's not what SA is. That's not what this is. And because he would have to physically have had touched you. And we've all heard this recorded, right? You didn't find it like weird or even out of place that now all of a sudden it was a new narrative drawn up to where it was like, oh, he actually, when he went in the bathroom, he put his hands on me because like now you got that information from the lawyer. And so now you want to add a new bit of evidence into it to make it seem like it is SA, to make it seem like something actually happened. So you didn't find anything of these things just from listening in. Like you didn't really have to do much. Like you said, if you were mods, if you were in these lives, like I don't even be in police's lives, right? But we've all heard these recordings. You didn't find that weird, like as just following the trajectory line, you see her adding more and more stories.
I don't know the lawyer. I actually do not know anything about the lawyer story at all. So again, I was going through my health stuff. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I was dealing with being blind. So I was doing the best I could as a mod. So don't.
Being blind ain't got nothing to do with your hearing.
Right. And the second thing I'm going to say real quick, Shay. So with that, right, even with that, that's why I would say with this, right, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with Maddie, because that was literally everywhere. When she had that phone when she had that phone conversation with that lawyer, when she told, like, stop giving your coochies to the white man, all that stuff she said, right? Like, literally everything she said, that was literally everywhere. That wasn't a thing of like, oh, well, if you were in her live, you would have caught it. That was everywhere. And then the new narrative that she drew up from that was literally everywhere. So then it's like, again, you didn't have to look far for these informations and for these things that's like, whoa, that seems out of place. That doesn't seem right. To be like in your face, because it literally was in your face, right? So it does seem like there just wasn't that much of information that you gathered from, or even could have been stuff that you missed, right? But at the end of the day, like I said, there's so much things that just stick out so much with these stories that she said that she's added on time and time and time and time again to literally make it seem as I speak this monster, as if Mo is this monster, as if she was sitting here doing absolutely nothing and they just, like full force couldn't stop themselves. Another thing I want to say, especially that I've said this from the beginning, that sticks out with me, especially with I Speak's version that she says, right? Did you, and you probably didn't hear this part, but did you not hear her in one of the very first conversation she had when she was speaking about this, and she wasn't bashing I Speak at this point, right? Because she wasn't upset with him yet. She was like, oh no, he just made me feel uncomfortable. That's where it all first started. He made me feel uncomfortable. But then she sat there and commended him and said, but when he went to give me a hug at the end of the night, I didn't feel comfortable, and I was just kind of like standoffish. And then he immediately recognized that I was uncomfortable. He immediately recognized that I wasn't comfortable with everything, right? And then he immediately was like, "Oh, I'm sorry if if you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Like, that's not what I was trying to do. That was not my intentions." Like, and then after that, you go to bashing him, and he's just this monster. So it's stuff like that. That's like literally that stuck out with these stories. That's like, that doesn't make sense. 1 + 1 isn't equaling 2.
I have no idea about. I hope you know. Like, I literally have no clue on it. And again, I was not. If I was not online, I was not online because I was dealing with my own fucking life. Because again, I was dealing with going blind, going to multiple doctor's appointments, having to transit 18 plus hours regularly. This was not, so I would help when I could help, but I'm not going to answer for stuff that she did. And I feel like everyone's kind of starting to accuse me of stuff, even though I'm telling me I'm not doing my work. And I
don't want
No, because the problem here, because at this point, I'm not going to be quiet no more. The problem here is that you're saying you did all of this research, but yet when people start piecing things together that actually make sense, now all of a sudden it's plausible deniability. My first question, cut all of that nonsense. Why are you here? Like, what is your purpose of being in this live? I'm genuinely curious.
People wanted to know. I'm giving response.
People wanted to know you were giving response, right? And had whatever happened between y'all not happened, would you be here?
That had nothing to do with you. This was actually in response to helping pin up in Dominican because of what happened to them.
No, because I'm getting to a point. Had whatever happened between you and police and not happened, would you be here?
Actually,
no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, because that would have been a clear, direct answer.
You are incorrect.
My issue with people like you is that y'all wait and wait and wait and wait, and y'all sit around and y'all listen to everything that has taken place. You can't say that you was a mod for her and didn't know a fraction of the things in which they're saying. These are real lives y'all playing with. You feel me? And here is, oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know that. But I did my research. Well, what research did you actually do?
I don't know everything. I'm not going to know everything because, again, this is...
If you were her mod, you definitely knew. And I'm going to be honest with you, ma'am, I don't know what your name is. I was completely silent while all of y'all were talking, and I would demand the exact in return. I didn't ask you any question, therefore I'm not asking for a response from you. My problem with people like you continuing to push this narrative about me specifically is that this is my real life we talking about. And here you have clearly demonstrated that you haven't done a shred of research in regards to what's actually out there, continuing to push this false narrative. Then you're over here like every other goofy that done lined up after y'all done had a falling out with police. After y'all done had a falling out with Blake. You're not going to talk while I'm talking. Mute your fucking microphone.
Thank you very much.
Because I'm trying to be respectful. Mute your microphone. I didn't talk while you were talking at any point in time on this live.
Just
mute your microphone.
Mute over me. Like, you're trying to talk over me the whole time.
I'm not talking over you. I'm the one talking.
Okay, hold on.
You're trying to blame me for something that I have.
Mute your microphone and listen.
On this particular.
And listen. Learn how to actively listen. Learn how to actively listen. Because all of this research out there, all of these videos out there, you didn't do a shred of none of that. But yet you can say and puff your goofy ass chest out and push this false narrative about me.
No, you're still guilty.
Absolutely not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. You're talking about you did so much research. But every time they actually make something make sense, now all of a sudden it's plausible deniability. The real truth of the matter is, you know she's a crock of crap.
So are you.
But as long as you were benefited from it in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it was cool for you. Now all of a sudden y'all done had a falling out, And y'all goofies are all the same. Either you go to Kappa, you come to me, you go to Genty, or someone else that you believe can give you a platform to speak so you can get all of that guilt off your chest. It's
I'm not
guilt.
guilty of anything.
You're speaking from guilt right now. That's exactly what you're doing. You and everyone else that does exactly what you're doing. There's no way you can say with full confidence, being her former moderator, that you didn't know a fraction of the things that were brought up just now.
Oh my God.
There's no way. There's no way at all. Well, if you learn how to be quiet while another adult is talking, once you start talking, then I will actively listen as well, like I've been doing on this live. I'm just tired of y'all BSing. And I'm trying to be as respectful as possible because I promise you, I really want to fly off the handle right now. You're full of it. You're full of it.
That's why I don't like it.
And it's not until y'all fall out with Polisa that y'all come running over here or run into one of us to try to get all this guilt off your chest. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all. I don't care.
Let me jump in.
I don't care.
Hold on. Let me jump in.
I
I speak and Fiery Phoenix. Let me jump in for a second. Let me ask you a question, Fiery. Have you ever actively attacked I Speak? Did you ever do anything to attack him?
No.
Okay, did you ever go to his platform? Did you ever make any comments against him? Anything that would be deemed as being hurtful?
From some of the stuff that was said to us, yes.
Okay. Do you kind of understand?
Wait, what was that question?
I asked her, did she ever make any comments or anything that would be deemed hurtful towards you? And she said from some of the stuff she was told, yes, she did.
From the stuff he said about us. No.
I mean, clearly, here she is pushing this false ass narrative and don't know nothing.
Okay. No. I don't want that twisted. From the stuff he said about us.
Who is us? I don't know you.
Weird, because everyone seems to know who I am, but that's fine.
No, whatever. I don't know you. I don't know you. So what did I say about you?
You really? I know you do. I know you too because you've actually mentioned me by name once a long time ago, and that's even.
What did I say then?
Fucking know me? I don't know, and I don't care, dude. I don't.
Exactly my point, because you're full of it. Just like I said.
Who are you?
You're full
Why
of
are you
it.
here? I'm not here because I'm guilty. I was here because I was
You're
asked.
here because you're guilty and you fell out with Polisa. And now you want a platform to speak on.
No.
That's why you're here. Like every other guilty individual that knows for a fact that that woman is full of a crock of crap. And now all of a sudden you want to clear your conscience because you know she was wrong.
You're guilty and
you sat by and watched all of this happen. You acknowledged earlier in this live that there was a shift in her behavior. You acknowledged earlier in this live that the pro-black stuff that she was doing over there on Facebook, she completely transformed into a whole new person over here on TikTok. That is when she started all that nonsense.
Just listen to him.
You told on yourself.
I'm guilty.
And now here you are trying to get another platform.
Everyone was
failing miserably.
I was trying to help clear.
If I said something about you, you would know exactly what I said. Now all of a sudden you don't remember and you don't care. So I mentioned you by name, though.
I love how you twisted, though. I said I don't know and I don't care. You did say something about me, but I don't know and I don't care. You just knew that I was.
That's the question, because I'm sorry, you just came out of AAV out of nowhere. You was not talking like that this whole live. Can we please?
Of course not. Of course not. Because that guilt is coming out. That's what it is.
Can we stop?
Believe me when I say that I'm.
All right, y'all. I'm going.
Like you said, homie. Yeah, goofy homie. Like what the fuck was that? You were doing that just now.
Okay, so let me clear this up. So I've been talking with Fiery and telling her that she can come on here and speak. And I was over there talking with my husband, so I wasn't listening to the whole interaction. When I came back, it was already on fire. I just want to point out that I Speak and Closet Talk have a range of emotions, Fiery. Listen, okay, just bear with me, all right? The reason why I can sit here and I can talk to you the way that I'm talking to you and not be upset, not be angry at you, not be, aggressive with you is because I don't hold those same emotions. I didn't wake up for 2 years being accused of being a sexual predator. All right. When they tried to run it, the llamas shut that down so quick. Listen, Closet Talk and I Speak in the beginning, they were not surrounded with love. They were not surrounded with respect. They were not surrounded people really. You, me, Vix, Pinup, we believed her. Now, wouldn't you say that I Speak in Closet Talk 101 have a reason to be mad at everybody? We did not seek the other side. If it hadn't been for Closet telling me the other side, I could possibly still be with Polisa right now to this day.
Right.
If it hadn't been for Pull My Finger lying to me on the phone, dead in my face about the occurrences of when all of this happened and how it happened, I too could be over there with Polisa. Had it not been for Pinup getting disrespected by Polisa over Chico and mistreated, and Miss Shit Show, same thing, disrespected, mistreated, we all could still be over there. You have to understand, these people have woken up for 2 years to I am a victim, and these two people did this to me with no physical. You said you're a survivor, right?
Yeah.
You didn't see justice. That's what you just told me. Could you imagine both Closet Talk and I Speak 1906 are survivors? And this woman has accused them for 2 years. She hasn't went to the police. She never wrote the statement to NCIS. She has zero physical evidence, zero forensic evidence. She has nothing but her word. And that, I can play the video. Do you want me to play the video where she retracted her shit over and over and over again? It's
Sure.
been going on for 2 years. You want me to play it? Okay, give me a second.
Sure. The thing is, like, the stuff that I kept seeing was this back and forth stuff that they would play, and I was like really confused. Like, that could be manipulated media, which we'd seen already happen a couple times. And of course, you know, again, and I'm going to just make sure that he has to hear this just because I know it's going to bother him. I'm not here because I'm guilty of anything. I didn't do anything. The worst I said was, wow, he looks guilty.
And I say this though really quick, and I'm gonna drop it. I hope that it drops to make space for somebody else. You saying the things that you're saying during this conversation is giving now an implicit bias. Whereas we were first having a conversation, and it felt like we were having a conversation for us to understand Polisa from somebody that knows her, that does not have a bias against the people that are involved. With you now saying in the middle of that situation, you said, dude, you're definitely guilty. I never liked you. You said, I didn't like you because you're a goofy. You're now showing, if this was a court of law, your statement would no longer be valid because you already had a bias against the defendant.
But we weren't supposed to be doing this like the law, I thought. And
we're not in the court. I said if this was.
Being attacked.
Hold on, really quick.
Instead of it being handled like we were supposed to be handling it, I'm being attacked. You guys wanted to
Okay, hold on.
Byron, ain't nobody attack you.
No, nobody's attacking you. They're allowed to be passionate in their emotion when their life is being played with. And also, were we, one second, baby. Were we against you when you cried? Because the only time that you showed emotion on this platform was when you were talking about how police treated you. So why is it bad that I Speak shows passion when he's been treated this way by Polisa for the last year? That has involved his children, that has involved his family, that has involved his job. You have only lost a friendship.
No, I don't care about that part. That part was not what I was.
And that's the problem. And that's why you did not do your research.
No,
well,
I said.
And let me say this, Fiery. I'm not attacking you, and but I won't, like Closet and I Speak. They got emotion. I let them have their emotion. But Pinup, Miss Shit Show, they all know I don't. Even King was over there with police for a little hot minute. I don't attack you when you come and go away from them. I'm not doing that. So please don't feel as though I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you. Neither is the llamas. You are welcome in my space, because you're telling your version of what you understood happened. Okay. So I'm not gonna be like really judgmental towards you about this.
Or I have to know because I was a mod, and I'm like, you guys do know there was life outside of TikTok. I was experiencing that life, and there was a lot of issues having. So I was trying to do my best to do what research I could do. Right. That doesn't mean and plus,
and at the same time, you don't want her to know you're doing research.
My eye exams. So,
right.
I mean,
and you can't let her know that you're doing research, because when I spoke to Closet, I didn't go back to her and say, hey, I'm finna start looking into what was told to me. I didn't tell her anything. She didn't know I was going back looking at all them old videos and comparing what she said to what was being said and what happened. She didn't know any of that, because at that time she would have said, you know, Cappa doing this, and this. So you have to. Okay, Shay Mo, you want to say something before I show this video?
Yeah, because she trying to weaponize her white woman tears
She not
and
white.
everything against.
You did not just fucking call me white.
She not white.
Well, whatever her tears are, she trying to weaponize them against I speak. But you did not. But hold on. But you did not do your research with Polisa. And if you would have did your research with Polisa and Blaze, you would have known that I speak and Closet talking innocent of this shit. But you just want to like just say, oh, what she said about I speak. Oh, you did something or whatever. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Nah, she's
So
biracial, y'all.
If you're not white,
Well,
what is your race?
biracial. What do you
Biracial.
identify as, black or white?
Mixed. Yes, you're allowed to.
See, that's the problem right there. You white, like I said.
I'm mixed.
Because when it comes down to it, you gonna motherfucker always say you white if you get in some trouble. You're not gonna say you biracial. You're not gonna say you black. You never said you was black. So with I speak, he's a black man. He's a black man, and he is fighting for his family, for his freedom and everything against that bald head bitch that you called your friend. You called that bald head bitch your friend, and you did not do no research on her pertaining to.
But hold on, Shamo, they met before. So okay,
no,
you gotta remember what you said. They met before TikTok.
Kappa.
They knew each other for 6 years.
I understand that, Kappa.
She wasn't doing all of this 6 years ago.
Her then. She said they
But Kappa, but hold on, Kappa. She did not do her research against.
But I didn't either. Though.
For that bald head bitch. But you did afterwards. No, they reached out to me. They reached out to me and said, "Hey, she lying." No, absolutely not. Closet Talk and Alicia Slimer Body reached out to me and said, "Hey, that girl lying. You over there with her and she's lying on them." But you stood by them. That bitch didn't. She didn't. And she know everything that happened. Ain't no such thing as time I got my own problems and this and that, whatever. Bitch, everybody got their own problems. Everybody got going through whatever they're going through. But all us, me, from the first time I speak was way before I knew Closet Talk was, when she came out and she was talking about her essay, remember Kappa? And I went on her live and I say, listen, okay then, so you said that he did this to you or whatever. I say, go to the police. And I told y'all about my friend because she wouldn't go. So the same thing. Bitch, you knew. Fiery Phoenix, she knew. Okay.
We ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do all that.
You know, I'm like King. You know, that's a Florida thing. That B word is a Florida thing.
I know.
That B word is Florida thing. I'm sorry if you offended Fiery for the B word. I'm sorry, but you knew.
Yeah, Cherry.
And you could have came online and seen what the hell was going on.
Am I just like not being heard here? Because I know I've repeated myself multiple times stating that I did come on here. The problem was trying to sift through what was slam and what was like fake stuff and what was manipulated media and what was actually finally looking up like llama stuff, and I started to watch some of this stuff again. I'm not gonna spend 20 hours a day watching every fucking live to suck.
But when I speak came on here, you told him something totally different. That's what I'm saying. She said I speak never. She said I speak never assaulted me. I know you saw it. I know you saw it. The whole TikTok saw it.
She says she didn't. Out of respect for, she says she didn't.
Child, she saw it. I'm sorry, Chris. She saw it. She saw it. How the hell you saw everything else, but you ain't see that? Come on now.
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
again,
what I'm
I
saying
had
is,
because I was dealing it, and I wasn't there from the very, very beginning. I got there a little bit later, and I had no idea what was going on, and no one would tell me for a while, so I tried looking it up. But then I was getting, what was it? I came in during the time that there was some crazy stuff about Jewish dude on here.
Yeah.
And it was manipulated media. And watching that go down and realizing that some of the stuff that I was seeing was manipulated media, I couldn't tell what was truth and what wasn't.
We can't hold her accountable. Listen, we can't hold her accountable for police actions. We can't hold her accountable for what police lied about, what police said, what police did. We can't hold her accountable at all, to be honest with you, because she honestly can believe what the hell she wants. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to come over here. Now, on that flip side, I don't meet or I speak in Closet Talk 101 because their lives have been fucking destroyed by Polisa, the God. So they got that visceral reaction because they wake up every day being accused of sexual assault. They kids wake up every day under that cloud. They spouses wake up every day under that cloud. They significant others wake up every day under that cloud. They friends, they family. Could you imagine putting these people's name in the search bar and bringing back all that mess? Fiery, you got to understand where that passion coming from because it's hurtful. I'm tired of police.
Say something real
She
quick.
ain't accused me of a damn thing. Go ahead,
Fire.
Queen. Nope. Tavia, I gotta let Queen go. I'm sorry. I gotta let Queen go. Go ahead, Queen Cherry. I want to let Tavia talk, then I'm gonna show this video.
As a woman of color or a mixed woman, right? We know that certain allegations can transpire and make our lives tougher, right? So it would be more forthcoming to find out all sides. And as I recall, right, after she started making an accusation, after she was on T. Nathan page and said, I Speak never did something to me, right? Mo did it, right? Now that was out. But if there was nothing doctored, everybody played that video ran. You were part of that and part of the scenario as that went down. But then in turn, it was more information. This information was out there. You still ran with that story. And then as a woman of color, you saying you a mixed woman, right? These type of accusations towards a black woman or a black man, without you knowing all sides, when other sides was played, Mo was adamant about what had happened. Mo posted information about what had happened. Now there's two sides to every story. And as I recall, right, from a video or live with you and Polisa, you didn't turn mixed until she mentioned your butt and said that you had more whatever than everybody else. I gotta find that video. But like as a mixed woman, if that's what you claim, these types of accusations can hurt a black man. These types of accusations can hurt a black woman. Like you pull up these people's names, this is their lives. And then at what point was Police's word is bond? Because again, when she came on this app or when you seen her again on this app, it was not the same woman that you were used to. Is all I'm saying. Because this shit has affected these people's lives.
I don't know anything about the T. Nathan thing because by the time I came into the picture,
Unmute
again,
Gemini Cutie.
Nathan
Unmute Gemini
was
Cutie.
apparently all of those people were apparently on. I had to ask who these people were, and I had to find out the rough way because then they all started coming for me.
Unmute Gemini Cutie. Y'all, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Unmute Gemini Cutie. Gemini Cutie. Unmute them. Unmute them. I don't want to get to the point, y'all, that we are blaming her for actions that she didn't do. I Speak raised a very good point, though.
Can I say
It becomes... the air gets so the water gets so murky when somebody walk away. Y'all got to remember, I don't know if any of y'all ever been in a bad relationship. By the time you get out of it and you look back, you see how
But
effed up that relationship was. Y'all got to
Catherine,
remember this woman. This
this
woman is a
lady
narcissist.
said that she
Hold on,
believed it,
Tavia.
or that she
Hold
believed
on,
something
Tavia.
had happened from body language. And if
Okay,
anybody could
Tavia.
tell from body language, Mo
Tavia.
and I speak have been adamant to tears over these allegations.
But what I don't want to do is bring somebody that's walked away from a public platform from them and assault them or belittle them on this platform, because that's not right. She made the
Speak
first
right
step.
now.
The first step was walking away. Yes,
I mean,
Cherry, go ahead. Go ahead, baby.
I'm just talking about a whole other grown. Why are we holding grown people accountable for their actions? What they do on this app, that's what they do. Now, instead of sitting here telling this woman what she coulda, shoulda, woulda did, why don't you educate her like Cap is about to on what's been happening with this woman that you guys are talking about? It makes no difference. It's not going to change anything that you sit here and say all day long, well, you should have said this, you should have said that. This lady is clearly telling y'all that she has been dealing with her own life, her own health. Everybody has a life outside of TikTok, hopefully. So everybody's not going to catch every video. Everybody's not going to catch every live. Nobody's going to catch all that information. You're only going to get bits and pieces of what you can scroll through and see. So the fact that we're sitting here, and I'm not saying that I speak feelings is not valid or her feelings or police, whatever. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is let's stop trying to hold other people accountable and target the people that we need to target. Cause it's not gonna change about what we're gonna keep telling her what she should have did. Let's educate her on what this person is doing on this app right now. And if her feelings change about it, okay, we did our job. We did our job. But let's stop berating someone because they should have known about a person. I have a lot of friends I don't know years. I know them for years. I don't know them. It's a difference. There's a difference. We grown. We got to do shit differently.
Cherry, you wanna know the crazy part about all this?
But if she's if she was a mod during that time,
Can I say something, please?
if she was a mod during that time, she should know.
Hold on, Shay. Hold on. Shay Mo, mute for me.
Wanted me to know that.
Okay, she's so dope. You sound real far away. You sound real far away.
Go ahead, Fire.
Can I say something, please?
I said they let me know what they allowed me to know. And that's the other thing. I was not in their in-group. I've been trying to let you guys know this. I was not in their in-group. We were friends, but we were not that close, apparently, because I was never invited to their Zooms or nothing. I didn't even know about their Zooms until way later, as in just a few months ago, that this was a thing that they all got on Zoom. I had no idea. So they have
layers. No, this is true. I've explained this already, y'all. I explained that they have layers of who get access to what. And the inner circle people is the ones that get the most access. And if you're an outer circle person, you don't get that access. Go ahead, she's so dope.
With all due respect, you said it was body language with my cousin, right? So I'm getting tired of my cousin getting dragged through the mud. So, with all due respect, keep my cousin's name out your mouth. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I'm just getting tired. With all due respect, he's a good person. I'm not coming at nobody. I'm just coming at you as a woman. If you don't know the whole story, please do the research. If you don't know the whole story, just do the research. I'm not coming at you. Just do the research. Please. He's going through a lot right now.
And I got mean back. I'm not usually a mean person. You can even ask Kappa. Most everyone who
I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, if you don't know the whole story, I just need you to do the research. Please.
I have been trying. My best here. And again, life has gotten in the way for a lot of things, but I have been trying to make sure that I'm getting all the stories. But the problem is, again, there's so much out there that can't be trusted because it's manipulated media. So it's really hard to find the truth. And I've been trying.
I'm saying because this and people and I need you to listen to that. What I'm saying, people lie on people all the time. This lady is lying on my cousin. So if you don't know nothing, do not speak on nothing. Then y'all have a good night. That's all I had to come up here to say. Kappa, I love you. King, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you.
All right.
So what I don't want to get into the habit, and I want to apologize to you, Fiery Phoenix. I did set my phone down and was running around and not paying attention, but I did tell I Speak that he had the floor to do and say what he needed to say. I will not meter I Speak or Closet Talk 101 when it comes to this topic, because Closet Talk went to the hospital over this with her heart. I Speak has endured I don't know how many thousands and thousands of attacks from people he don't even know. And ain't none of this your fault, but peep game. And let me say this very clearly. None of this is your fault. And I understand that you felt attacked, and therefore you responded back in an attackful way. The demeanor that I know of you, you're not like that. You're very calm, you're very caring, you're very compassionate, but you're not an attacking type of person. That's why I asked you that question. Had you ever really truly attacked him? Because I knew you really didn't attack him or go after him. They're mad at the support of Polisa. And it's very easy to be mad at people that supported Polisa instead of being angry at Polisa. And we have to distinguish between the two. Supporting Polisa is one thing, but at the same time, don't take your anger out on people that's misled by Polisa. That is her job. She's a narcissist. She's a liar, and she's a manipulator. And when you get out of that bad relationship with her, you'll realize just how much she fucked with you all along. So don't take the anger out on Fiery Phoenix for being brave enough to come up here in this hostile ass live where we got to keep flipping the comments off, 300-400 people in here taking all this heat. Okay? Cause y'all, I knew it was coming, cause I know I Speak's upset, and rightly so. She took all this heat, and yeah, she may have cold switched on us a little bit, and I do too. But she took all this heat, y'all. It ain't easy.
I do have
It's
an
not
accent.
easy. Go ahead. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm just saying. I code switch too.
Taught myself how to speak like this because I worked in radio.
Okay. Okay.
I actually have a really thick Spanish accent. It took me a very long time to work that out because, yeah, they don't want to hear that kind of stuff on the radio.
If Fiery did snap on him, and this is his life, and I'm not excusing that and saying anything. That's why I said he has the right to feel the way he feels. I'll never take that from him. I will never take that from him. He has a right to feel the way he feels. If he called me right now and cursed me the hell out,
him accusing me of being guilty, though, when I was invited, you knew what I was going to do. I was going to make my own video of this and not do any live. I was going to just do my own live and carry on with my fucking life. I opted because I wanted to help clear the name of Pinup and Dominican because they deserve to be cleared of all this bullshit and they deserve a good life. You know, these are my friends and they have been dragged through the mud. By the way, my tears were not because of Lisa, by the way, from earlier. I'm upset because during all of fucking this is when I found out that 2 of my abusers are now holding seats in politics, which means they can get away with more stuff, which is why I was upset. I'm not going to cry over Lisa. I have not cried any tears over Lisa. She proved to me that I wasn't worth anything to her. Why would I even give her 2 seconds more of my life other than to make sure that my friends' names were cleared? And I'm always a faithful friend until you've made it clear that you will not be mutually faithful to me.
Right. And you understand somebody that's been wrongfully accused, hearing somebody say you guilty of something, right? You understand how emotional that could be, right?
I understand that. And I can understand what he was feeling on that somewhat, but it was the immediate accusatory everything. I don't take that shit. I'm sorry. And I've seen how he bulldozes and I will do it right back because I do not let any male talk over me. ever.
But this brings back to the body language. You understand what I'm saying? Like this brings back and swings back to the body language and understanding people's body language and how they feel and like the passion that comes out of what a person feel and what they say. And then in that and how he responded to all of this crap that has transpired, right? At what point do you see that for what it is? That this man is angry because this thing has engulfed his life, Mo's life. Mo is out there actively protesting and trying to get bills passed so shit like this does not happen to people.
Right.
Because like this has affected their lives and other lives of people who are just trying to stop the lies.
And
it's all about protecting someone that is actually a fucking victim. Pay attention to the victims of this. Their stories never change. Nothing ever changed. Kappa, you got the video of her changing the story again and again and again. It went from a physical assault to a verbal assault. You, a woman that is fighting against sexual assault.
Let's let her
How
watch.
does that even stand on? How does that affect what you are standing on and saying that you're standing on the principle that you're standing on? She turned an essay to a verbal essay. What the fuck is a verbal essay?
I have no idea what a verbal essay is.
Well, okay, so recently there were some issues going on between Tanya Michelle and Angie Chronicles, and Blaze brought up and weaponized Tanya's essay against her. Do you believe that their behavior, Blaze and police's behavior, is conducive to the survivorship of other people that's over there?
I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people who have become very quiet and afraid.
Of those two?
Yeah. I don't care. I mean, shoot, I don't know. No one's really afraid of Blaze. They think he's useless, and quite honestly, he is. But to what we put it, they're afraid of Lisa because of how she has turned so many people out and done this to every single one. The moment that anybody takes the attention away from her, I've noticed, whether it's the severity of their story or something to that effect, she's not about all victims, and she never was. And I started seeing that early this year when I was friends with this girl named Raylan, and suddenly she was gone. And she basically had her story used, and then suddenly she was not even my friend anymore. And I was trying to contact her. I was like, are you okay? Because I would always check on her because she suffers so much mentally from dealing with it. So I would check on her. And she never responded, but I was like, this is, when I asked about it, people basically said she was turned out or something. I don't know. It was a weird response. They're like, we don't talk about her anymore. And I'm like, what? And this has turned into more of that. And let's face it, the moment that she heard my panic attack and me talk very briefly, very, very, very briefly about my abuse, she realized that I think this also put her into a state of, oh shit, this could take away attention from me. Let's go make up a story about Fiery.
And what was the story she made up about you?
Let's see. I'm racist. I am a Nazi. I can't say it on here, can I? No, I could get banned.
Okay.
I am the SS, if you will, if people know what that means. She was starting to make up a bunch of about me, and I'm like, what?
So you became a racist when you walked away from her? Yeah.
Basically, when I was defending Dominican and pinup, because again, what I saw, what I experienced, I was there for it, and she kept trying to lie to me, telling me, no, you were not there, you were not there, you were not there, and I was like, she tried to tell me I was dictating her, and that I was trying to dictate Black women's business, and I was like, no, this is a man who's preying on women, okay? And she's like, no, they're the predators, he was being preyed upon, and I'm like, no.
and you know them, and you don't know I speak in closet, but you see how the manipulation and the lie twist so that she can protect who she want to protect.
That
But I
part.
want you to watch this video, and then I want to hear your comments after you have seen this video. I need you to watch this video. But this mug long. Hold on, let me get a stand or something, because this bad boy here long as hell. Oh, I'm sorry.
She answered my question. I'm gonna drop down. Y'all have a good one.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Radio was having company, and I was just saying bye to them. Let me take this off. I gotta take my screen off. Give me a second. Let me get myself together. Once you see this, then I would like to have your reaction in real time. I'm trying to figure out how to take... Y'all, how the hell do I take my green screen down? Because y'all know I don't be messing with this shit. Hold on. There we go. Okay. 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 Lord, she looked terrible. Hey, this is the best I can do on my computer. Let me back it up and turn the volume up.
Assaulted me. A sexual assault.
Let me start it.
I said I speak never sexually assaulted me. A sexual assault. Shalom B. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Sexual assault.
What is the name of the person?
Anthony Highland. I actually was sexually assaulted by someone. It wasn't him. This person sexually assaulted me. And he also had a civilian accomplice, but there are also other victims that are coming out. And so at this point, I do want to file a report. So I said I speak never sexually assaulted me.
It's a sexual assault case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now going to sexual assault, there's two types. It's either a penetration case or it can be a contact case. Can you tell me which one you think it may be?
For grievances, bodily harm to any person. So that's under the rape and sexual assault generally. Article 120. So if you've barged into the bathroom, that's forceful. If you're yelling at me, do I need to straighten you out? That's forceful. And if I'm fighting with you to keep my door closed, that's forceful.
You haven't indicated anywhere that he touched you or made a threat that I am going to do this.
I was not physically touched. I said I speak never sexually assaulted me. It seems to me that it would absolutely fall under sexual assault.
Can you kind of describe to me what happened?
Yes,
so
ma'am. I don't know anybody in their right mind that wouldn't think barging in the bathroom on somebody, going for their neck, asking them if they need to be straightened out. In any other circumstance, you would automatically think that that is a sexual assault attempt. And I speak never sexually assaulted me.
Describing to me would not qualify as a sexual assault attempt.
The first fucking line. This shit actually falls under fucking rape.
What she's saying is he didn't actually touch her.
You haven't been able to describe to me how what happened to you fits the definition.
To me, it's almost feeling like the person has to actually commit the assault. I speak never sexually assaulted me. My case definitely falls under sexual assault.
He never got the opportunity to touch you. What part of the event was the sexual assault?
And you don't have to be physically touched to be sexually assaulted.
I want y'all to understand what she's saying. You don't have to be physically touched to be sexually assaulted. Okay?
I never said he sexually assaulted me. It's sexual assault. I never said he sexually assaulted me. I don't deserve for you to tell the truth about this man sexually assaulting me. You have heard me call him a sexual predator. I never said he sexually assaulted me. No, you haven't. You have not heard me say that he sexually assaulted me. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You've heard me call him a sexual predator. You have heard me call him a sexual predator. I never said he sexually assaulted me. It's sexual assault. How dumb can y'all be? Active duty service member stationed out in Hawaii. I was sexually assaulted by this person. Never said that man sexually assaulted me. I've never said that. I can't help what you heard me say, but I know what you didn't hear me say, and you didn't hear me say that he had sexually assaulted me. But he did. So it doesn't matter if I said he didn't. He did. What I said doesn't negate what he did. Not understanding what's going on. I don't have no reason to lie about anything. He was going to let me on his platform. At this point, I do want to file a report. So I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all about shit. He was going to let me on his platform. Way more than a sexual assault at this point. So you still don't want to think that that's sexual assault, baby? Then what the fuck is it?
Perceive it to be sexual in nature, but it does not meet the elements.
Please stop giving your coochie to white men. Goodbye. Have a great day. Any more questions?
Laminator Activator took weeks to put this video together of police. It's a collage of police basically retracting and going for what she would be considering to be the most definite type of statement. She was fishing around her story. She was shopping her story around to NCIS and to everybody else. And that is why her story consistently evolved and changed to what you see it as this mess now. So when I seen this video, he said he made a video and he said he went and he cried that somebody took the time to sit down and put together all these contradictory statements that she's made. And you have to understand, and this ain't just for Fiery, this for everybody. Y'all hit them comments. Turn the comments back on. This for everybody. When somebody's life is on the line, particularly, damn it, if it's yours, you're going to want people to be thorough. And that's a very thorough assessment of what she said over the last couple of years. So before everybody jump in and get all hyper, Fiery Phoenix, based on what you've seen, do you still believe that Polisa was sexually assaulted by I Speak 1906 or Closet Talk 101, one or both?
I don't know.
So if, and this ain't court, but if you were sitting on a jury and this man's life and this woman's life was in your lap, would you still not know?
I want to see all those videos in their entirety, but it's pretty damning against her.
All the videos are available. It will take you thousands of hours to go through all the videos. But you know, you are entitled to understand and feel the way that you feel. And I know it's hard. It's hard. Listen, when they came at me, I was like, man, I rode for this girl shortly, very briefly. See, I wasn't under her spell as long as you was. I got the hell away from her pretty quickly within 2 months. So, because it was the whole, I don't go to the police on the black people shit that didn't vibe with me. So if a black person break into your house and beat you up and attack your kids, you ain't gonna call the police. If they steal your car, if they do this, if they do that, you ain't gonna call the police. You a damn lie. Black person come here right now and punch me in my eye. Well, I ain't gonna call the police. We in the country. They gonna disappear. But let's say something happened where I can't get to something. Then yeah, I probably would end up calling the police. The I don't call the police on black people puts everybody back at ground zero. When she refused to go to the police or refused to allow these people to clear their names She wake up every day and her back at ground zero. They have to start all over again every day with her saying she just made a video saying this man sexually assaulted her. On a video that he made pertaining to that Saucy Santana situation with DJ Academics, she took that video and made a video saying now recently that this man essayed her after making all those statements. Now let me point something else out to you, Fiery, and you're not getting picked on. This for the audience too. You know why she won't write that statement? Anybody know why she won't write that statement?
The bitch gonna go to jail?
Exactly. She know they're gonna subpoena all that social media, what was taken down and what she still have access to. She know they gonna get them phones. She know they finna go through every damn thing. They want her to write that statement because they know once she write that statement, the FBI done already been to your house too. Once you write that statement, they're going to get your ass because you got to attest to that being the truth. I just played a video not too long ago on my page where this woman went to jail over making false sexual assault allegations. She know what's in her future. That's why you don't find that odd, Fiery Phoenix, that NCIS told her simply write a statement, sign it, date it, stamp it, and send it to them? You don't find that odd?
They actually said that? I'm sorry, I don't again, I didn't know everything. The only thing I saw was some of the recordings for when she was in there and they were like, you can't record. I'm like, turn it off and just do it, man. And that was in my head.
Yes, NCIS closed the case. She knew the case was closed back in April. They closed out all her shit, right? Y'all, come on now, give her grace. Give her grace. Give her grace. Y'all keep cutting up in these comments. The llama's going, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take y'all away.
Let me say this. She also knew that you're not allowed to record in the government building. That's why she tried to record in there so they can have to, you know what I'm saying, stop the interrogation. I should know. I've been plenty of time.
Be nice, y'all. Be nice. You talk to Fiery Phoenix as if she's waking up from a badass dream. That's how you have to. That's how Closet Talk had. Listen, me and Closet Talk talked on the phone. Let me back up. Me and I Speak was mutuals. So I literally could have DM'd him and said, hey, what this lady talking about, right? But because I know that women are assaulted all the time and police are played on that protect the survivor mentality that I have, I went with it. You know what I'm saying? But I should have DM'd that man. And to this day, I will never forgive myself for not reaching out to him because I'm from the school where you don't reach out to the alleged perpetrator. You support the victim and you get them to the police and they follow the course through the police and they try to seek justice, right? That's the world I'm from, okay? I've never met a woman or talked to a woman that have falsely accused people and run with it. None of my girlfriends or family members would have ever. I'm still like in shock, y'all, that this woman, after all of this, have still ran with this story, right? So once I talked to Closet, and she was like, she wasn't nothing like what police have portrayed her to be. She was calm. And she kept telling me, she said, just do your research. So Fiery, you going through what I went through back when I left. She kept saying, do your research. Go look at this video. Go look at that video. Look at my page. Look at this. Look at that. Do your research. Do your research. But what Closet didn't know was that Pull My Finger had already fucked up and told me all this stuff had ran all together in one weekend. So I had two questions for Closet. I said, how often did y'all meet and where did y'all meet? And when Closet explained to me that the Vegas casino weekend was one weekend and then weeks later was the LA meeting, I realized Pull My Finger had fucked up. And she had lied to me. And that's why I walked away, because initially police ran all these stories together as if Closet and I Speak was basically plotting on her. It's weeks between these meetings. So you go the first time and the woman, you fighting for your life and the woman take you to the bathroom and you take her to the bathroom, you kill a live feed, you push her in a stall and you tell her you're not a bottom, right? She left that out, but she later admitted it. I'm not a bottom. I'm about to get sexually assaulted. The last thing I'm going to talk to my assaulter about is my position in the assault. Bottom, top, sideways. We fighting all the way through. We on the casino floor. You touching me, you fondling me, you doing stuff to me I don't want you to do. The safest place to be is on the casino floor. Anybody that's ever been to a casino know. All you got to do is say meet. And them guards gonna be